We are now doing an exercise routine together. Vanessa is doing her exercises and you can join her. And this is for both knees. If you want to make both knees more flexible, more relaxed, prevent pain, if you have pain and you want to try to do something about it, then this routine is just right. We start by sitting on the mat and bending the left leg so that it is parallel to the edge of the mat with the lower leg. Now take notice of what happens here when the foot is practically extended and when the ankle, the entire shin, is supposed to lie on the ground. It may be that there is already a pretty strong pulling sensation in the sole of the foot. Then bend it a little more so that you have an angle, so that you adjust the stretching exactly so that you can still bear it well. If possible, you go all the way down and then bring your buttocks as close as possible to the left heel bone. And not by sitting next to it, inside so to speak, but by moving towards it and maybe stopping here. And your knee says, oh, I can't handle more and it might pull here. Then you stay in the position. If possible, you go directly to the heel bone and practically have the knee fully bent here. And now it becomes crucial because we are focusing all attention on the navel. And now you pull your stomach back with your navel. Vanessa, now it's about the pelvis. If it was positioned like this before, it now shifts like this. The pelvis is taken along while you go down backwards. Describe how it is for you and whether you can understand that.
Yes, I also notice that it becomes more intense with the stretching.
Where do you feel the stretching? Here in the front thigh. In this area, you will probably notice that at home as well. Maybe there's a biting sensation in the groin. Maybe it also pulls into the back. That could very well be. That is then a good sign because then you are working, in our opinion, either still or additionally against your back pain. So, and now it's about going back only with the navel. And just as the belly button recedes, meaning the pelvis is taken along, we continue to stretch further. And go into the area where the stretching is still tolerable. Yes, and then we remain. Then we remain. You have to look at it, I can't see it very well from here, that you didn't place your buttocks next to your foot on the inside with the left one, but that you are practically on it, more or less. Okay? And then we increase it further and further. Take the pelvis fully into account, that's the point. You may notice that when you take the pelvis with you, it immediately pulls in much more noticeably here. Breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply. And always, as it gives in, lean a little further in. And then we slowly come out again and do the same with the other side. Starting position is always like this, and then we go to the left, bend the right knee, and place the lower leg parallel to the edge of the mat. Then go with the buttocks as much as possible from above onto the knee, also onto the heel bone. Try not to sit next to it, but rather a little further over. That's good. The axis of the lower leg and the axis of the upper leg practically align directly without forming an angle. And now back to focusing on the abdomen, and the abdomen goes back and takes the entire pelvis with it. And then you immediately notice how it starts to pull in here in the front, mostly upper thigh. And then the stretching begins. And the beautiful thing about stretching is always that time does it. What do you notice there?
Yes, it is more intense here because that is the operated knee, which was still immobilized for a few weeks, and I still notice that the mobility is not fully there yet.
The advantage of the exercise is that one is reasonably comfortable in terms of body positioning, I would almost say. One sits like this, has everything under control. In terms of function, it is the same as lying on your stomach and pulling your heel towards your buttocks. The advantage of the other exercise is that you first go into a slight hyperextension and then pull the foot towards you, and here we are with the foot only at the buttocks, then go into the hyperextension of the hip, and that needs to be practiced. But for you at home, give it a try and see how you cope with it. And then you should always do the exercises that you can handle the best. And while we are talking here, gradually you'll notice how it eases and then go a little further back with the pelvis each time. Breathe nicely while doing it and then slowly come out again when the 2 to 2.5 minutes are up. And now we're going to do another variation which is a bit more challenging, but it saves time. Especially when both knees should be affected, please go on all fours, and now it's quite good, move a little bit. No, not moving the buttocks like that, but you slide a little with your knees on the floor to the outside and inside, and then from top to bottom, that has the advantage of sorting out all the fascia there a bit. Let everything move a bit again, and now sit back, and let's do what we just did for each leg, but this time with both together. So don't spread your knees so far apart, come a little more inward, maybe a little bit more, so that the thighs are actually parallel. So, and now the same, the navel goes backwards and the pelvis is taken along. Yes, and always slowly continue moving backwards, but take the pelvis with you. Look, you have to include the pelvis, exactly, the pelvis has to be included, so nice and precise, because then you have tension here on the top of the thighs or on the front side with proper tension. Yes, and it is more important to take the pelvis with you than to leave the pelvis up and then somehow lie down. You don't have any more of that, because then the stretching is more in the torso than the pelvis being taken back. This is very intense. Very intense. Then it is exactly what it has also been for you. Please bring your knees a little closer together, yes, and stay like that. Pay attention, I will hold on so that we don't separate. And now go backwards, but take the pelvis with you, take the pelvis with you. So practically pull yourself back with the pubic bone, pull in your belly button, and now you will probably notice that you will be even more intense. Yes, very intense. Yes, I think that's already too much. Go out a bit again so that you get to know your limit exactly, and there you would have to work. And I believe that this is also the exact strand, this fascial one, which has led to this patellar tendinitis syndrome for you. Because you notice how your knees want to spread apart when you go backwards, and that is a sign. So you could also put a belt around your legs at home maybe, that they really stay together, so that you can fully concentrate on taking the pelvis with you and then continue to go further back. So far for the first exercise, now we're talking about the back of the leg. More precisely, we're talking about the calves. As you already mentioned, that it's probably there. Yes, everyone knows the good old calf exercise, so convenient before. Legs straight, mostly it is done wrong. Before it was not total. Mostly it is done in a way that the foot is more or less turned outward, and then the effect is 80-70% gone. So the foot must, first requirement, really be perpendicular to the wall, and then you would go down. But if you have nothing, no tool, no book, then do it like this. But if you have a book, then place a book of the corresponding thickness underneath so that the forefoot is elevated. And then you will notice that you have much more power in the stretch and don't have to lean back as far. Because then the center of gravity of the body is too far away from the point of elongation. It is always better when they are pretty much perpendicular to each other. We do it with the aid, we put it down. Vanessa is best at it. Now we have to choose the right distance first. it should be like this, that when you stretch your leg now, you feel it in the upper calf. Describe how it is for you. And you stand on it, fully extend your right leg at the knee, move forward so that you already feel a noticeable stretch here, and the advantage now is that you can practically bring yourself forward into the stretch with your pelvis. And fully extend, you notice the stretching very intensely, then you have a deficit there, but once you recognize the danger, it is immediately eliminated. That's roughly what it means, because with practice you can do it wonderfully. The knee must be fully extended, which means that sometimes you can't really feel it. Go back a little bit, actively stretch now, ankles through, and then slowly go forward again. Preferably put your left foot a little bit forward. And then you can bend it, and you can keep going further into the stretch, and then you realize that's hardcore, yes, and you can also do the following. Vanessa, you can raise your hands a little higher, because now you can only support your gravity, because now if you push the wall up, so to speak, yes, then you have the pressure directly on the right heel. Do you notice? There you can stretch really nicely, and we will do that for a little while now. We have already done quite a bit. Keep going forward, and if you notice your heel wants to lift, then push the wall forward and upward. You stabilize the heel on the aid again, and then we slowly go out. Feel it, and feel. It's not crazy, yes, that it's immediately much easier. I mean, the exercise earlier was already good, but this makes a very clear perception, right? Now we do the same with the left side, left foot steps on it. First, fully extend the knee again, really bony, I'm stretched, okay? And then slowly move forward, and then you immediately notice it again very clearly. But by doing this exercise, we have once again been well proven by your body that there is really a bottleneck for you. Nice. Keep moving forward. Breathe in deeply and breathe out deeply, but don't overdo it. You still have to stay in the range where you can still tolerate it well. But if the calves are shortened, then this exercise will relieve these tensions around the knee so much, you will also feel it at home, I believe, when you join us. We still have a little time. Increase it a little more. Look in between again and again. Is the knee really fully extended? But until then, you recognize it. I can hear it in your sounds. Okay, and then we slowly go out again, take a few steps, feel inside. Severe. Describe what is intense. The calves also feel much lighter, so a lighter feeling. That is something that is often said, expressed very frequently. Everything is suddenly so easy, and light knees are knees that feel comfortable. Okay for you, the routine?
Yes, great.
Best to do regularly, just like at home. And if you feel like trying out more routines, then click there. You will find many great things, and you will always feel more comfortable. That's what I assume.